awesome. Nikki says you only live once, and today is a special day. We are celebrating the legendary Mrs. Emma. It is also Haitian Heritage Month as well, and there is an exhibit surrounding her cultural significance to the historic Overtown in Miami, and we're going to talk about just her legacy and, in particular, how she raised the wonderful Gabrielle Charles. So, Mrs. Emma, now the exhibit is called Rooted in Soul, Bound by Love. Can you tell us about your upbringing and the values that you were taught that shaped you, that you are the woman today?
Originally, I'm from Lake County, Georgia. That's what they call it. I moved to Atlanta. And from Atlanta, I moved here to Miami. So I was in Miami for about a year, maybe, before I went back home. And during that time, that's when I met my future husband.
Okay.
So he came to Atlanta to visit me, and he said to me, I'm going to go back home, and I'm going to send you money so you could come back to Miami, and we're going to get married.
Okay.
So I was so shocked. So I say, what? He said, yes, I'm going to send you money to come back. And he did exactly that. And I came back, and in a year and a half or two, we got married.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this is what we raised our family.
Yes, in Overtown.
In Overtown.
Yes.
Yeah, so we started from 6th Street,
Mm-hmm.
from 6th Street to 10th Street, and from 10th Street to Town Park. At that time, it was townhouses.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed here so long till I was able to purchase my home.
Oh, wow.
So now they condos.
And then we were talking earlier, 1975 is how long you've been here?
We moved here. My husband and I moved here my daughter was born in 71, 2, 3, 4, and we moved here in 71.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's been a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was time.
So what was Overtown like when you first planted roots here, and what made it feel like home for you?
Oh, when I first planted root in the Overtown area, oh my God, it was beautiful. You could walk outside and see the stars walking down the street in the Overtown area on 2nd Avenue between 10th Street and it was between 10th Street and 5th Street. It was just all lights and glamour. It was so beautiful. So you walk outside, you see some of the stars. Like I saw Sammy Davis Jr.
Uh-huh.
I saw Chris Sample. I saw, I think his name, oh my God. I can't really remember all the names, but the stars, because they perform on Miami Beach. But this is where they
had to come.
Yeah,
so they couldn't stay over the bridge. They had to come back over when they were done.
Come back over, and so they stayed in the Overtown area at the St. John Hotel.
Oh, wow.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
To see all the stars just walk down the street like it was natural, because of their color, they weren't allowed to stay on the beach.
And they're around their people. When they came back from over the bridge, they was around their people, their community.
Around their people. Yeah, and they just hung out because they felt safe, and they could be free doing their own thing.
Of course. I could have just imagined back then you just seen them walking down the street.
Yeah.
And what an experience.
It was. It was a great experience to see all that.
Yeah.
Coming from Georgia,
Yes.
to a lot of life.
Different environment from here in Georgia, especially back then. I could imagine. Yes.
I was here for about 2, 3 years. No, I came here in 75, and I think Gabby was born in 78. So during that time, I had a chance to meet her mom.
Oh.
And we had a beautiful relationship, because she was gone with my brother-in-law, her mom. And then they moved into my home. Yes, and then that's when, after Gabby was born, they got their own place. And her mom succeeded Gabby, and her significant other, he passed away. So, and sometimes you go through hard times. And that was my husband's brother. So I wanted to do everything that I could to make sure that his baby was taken care of. So the mother was trying to work and go to school. So I asked her to give it to me until she finished work and going to school. and then she could get them back. So at that time, I had had them for such a long time. My mom decided to let me keep them.
Oh, okay.
Until she started middle school. And that's when her mom got them back in middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Okay.
But at that time, she had been with me for such a long time.
Yeah.
So I was mom to her. And not only her, I had about two of my husband, family members, just, oh my God. Everybody came through my house.
It was your house was like the hangout spot.
Right.
Yeah,
was their house for a period of time.
Yeah.
Like the cousins, the sisters, it was just like so family oriented. And I grew to learn the culture of the Haitian people.
So for those that may not know, your husband, he is from Haiti.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Yes, he is. And so when I met him, he was very friendly. But at that time, we wasn't together.
Okay.
But once let me put it like this. He was a very, very supportive husband, a great dad for the kids. And me and him got along really, really good. We were like the best of friends. We just took to outside people. Because a lot of the Haitian people used to come over, and they used to put them in like shelters or places because they didn't have no place to go. So my husband came to me and asked me would it be okay if we were to take some of them. And I told him, sure, we could take some of them. So we had like maybe 4 at one time.
Okay.
And they stayed in my home.
So this was like in the mid 1970s around this time? Okay. So what did you do? Like, how did you find them?
Because we heard about them being in like shelters. So my husband, knowing, him being a Haitian, and he know probably where to go to get them. So it used to be like a Haitian center on 54th Street. So he went there and he found out where they was. And then we went and got like 4 of them at a time, probably to our home, and let them stay with us. My husband found a job for them. And then once they get up on their feet, they moved out into their own place. And we kept doing it. When they came over here, they weren't treated fairly. So my husband says to me, he hates for them to be locked up like that.
Yeah.
And it bothered me too. Because regardless of where you come from, you still somebody.
Of course, yeah.
And we wanted to help them start their life off, by helping them find jobs, a place to stay. And that's what we did.
So because of your husband, you grew a profound love of the Haitian community. Yeah, and that's so beautiful. Yeah. And I know, like around that time, yes, Haitians had it so hard because of the media portrayal and just the perception. And just around that time, it was just a difficult time compared to now versus then. I know it was brutal back then.
Yeah,
so,
it was.
Yeah,
to be locked up, and a lot of people. Some of them, they didn't even have family members here, so they felt like they was alone, but we want them to feel like they're not alone. That is somebody cares,
Yeah, and because of you, they were able to come, get on their feet, and then go out into the world
and start their own life.
And start their own life, yeah. Of course, your husband is Haitian. You embrace the Haitian community. You being a Southern gal, did you learn some Creole?
I didn't learn very much Creole. But I did learn how to make that type of food.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. Okay.
Yeah, I learned how to make that type of food. It wasn't hard, but it was different.
Yeah, okay.
Because the way that they did their food, that was my thing. But because that's how he was brought up, and I wanted to please my husband. So he taught me how to make that type of food.
What was his favorite dish?
Plantain.
Okay, yeah. The banana peze, the banana peze.
You bought a plantain, yam.
Oh, the boiled plantain. Okay.
Yam, chicken with gravy.
Okay, yes.
Beans and rice.
All right.
Yeah, so I know how to make that. And yeah, that was his favorite.
A little Southern Caribbean fusion in the kitchen.
And then he got adapt to some of the American cousins, like collard greens.
Yes.
He used to love collard greens. Yeah, and
macaroni and cheese. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay.
And potato salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to love it.
That's awesome. So let's talk about Gabby. You know, I know you raised Gabby since she was 13 months
She
old.
was 13 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had her since she was 13 months.
Little baby.
She was the baby.
Yeah.
Yes. And as she was coming up, along with Tamika and Tammy was my oldest, she passed away. She was coming up with them, and she adapted to our way of living. And Tamika was around her mom a lot, so she adapted some of her mom cousins and stuff because they were best friends. Them two were best friends.
And they look alike. Look at that. They look identical. Y'all can't see right now, but they're standing right beside each other. They're like identical.
I had her for all those years, and not only her, it was another brother.
Yeah.
Brought me his daughter.
Oh.
But at the time, I had never met that brother. So there was one of his brothers knocked on the door, put his baby in my arm, closed the door by it, walked away. And what he said that you could have her. I say, what? He said, you can have her. And she didn't know how to know English. And that's what Gabby came in where she was really jealous.
Oh, she was jealous? She was taking my spot, you know?
Taking over my mom. Then I had one 5 years old, and then I raised him.
Wow, your house was like the welcoming house, you know? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What lessons were most important for you to pass down to Gabrielle as she grew into the woman she is today?
Be you. Be this person that God created you to be. Me, I wanted my kids to take hold to what they learn, not what they hear all the time out there in the street.
Yeah.
So they was really, really good kids.
Hey y'all, so again, we are celebrating the legacy. We are talking about the art exhibit going down for Haitian Heritage Month at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex Center. It's Rooted in Soul, Bound by Love, an ode to Mrs. Emma. So how does it feel to see your life, your love, and legacy honored through this Haitian Heritage Month exhibit?
Oh, I feel so wonderful, and I'm so grateful that I am a part of it because my daughter goes. So it makes you feel good to be recognized, knowing that you did something good in life. So I am excited.
And she's giving you your flowers. You contributed so much to her upbringing and her values to where she is right now. And she's like, you know what? You open up your heart and your doors to the Haitian community, and she is Haitian, and she just wants to give you, it's time for your flowers. You know what I'm saying? The 1970s, 2025, it is way overdue. Way overdue.
And I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. So when you hear the title, Rooted in Soul, Bound by Love, what comes to mind? How does it feel?
It feels really good because that's how we're supposed to live our life. We're supposed to be able to love everybody, regardless of our background or our cultures. We're supposed to embrace everybody with love and respect, you know, so that, because we all have something different about us, but that should stop us from loving each other and being done with each other. They need us.
Yes, yes. And when I hear like Rooted in Soul, because you're Southern, I think about like that whole Southern soul as well. I don't know, for some reason. Okay. So what would you say to Gabrielle today after seeing all the ways she's honoring your legacy and the love you've poured into her?
I would give her the most high respect. I would say to her that I'm so proud of her and the work that she put into her business, you know. So I would say to her, continue to do what you do and love every moment that you do it in. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I gotta ask again, you opened up your heart and your doors to the Haitian community in the mid-70s, late 90s. So you've seen the community in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It's now 2025. What do you think about the progress of the Haitian people and the Haitian community?
You know, I really think that they had came a long way because they had grown to, I say, create their own community. Because they they went to school, got degrees, they had their own business, they bought their own, you know, so they're not living like they did before. They done grown so much to the point where they pretty much own Little Haiti.
Yes.
because that's where they started out at. So they pretty much own it. They got business, they got homes there, and I think that they doing a great job. I think they're doing a great job. You just gotta look back and see who else who needs help and bring them forward.
Yeah, and it's beautiful to see that, you know, they're breaking that stigma, they're breaking that stereotype, because
Yes.
back then in the 70s, 80s, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, it really wasn't so bad for me and my kids, because my husband was from Haiti. He was Haitian. And I grew to gravitate that culture and live that, you know, that try to live that lifestyle. And we all got along real good. We looked at each other and embraced each other because we was a family. Yeah, we didn't have no stick against each other. Everybody was family.
Yes. A fusion of both cultures kind of fused together.
Yeah,
Yes.
together. Yeah.
So what message would you leave for anyone who hopes to build bridges, embrace other cultures, and create lasting change the way that you have?
I would say to them, don't look at the outside of a person, but imagine the inside of a person. Don't judge no one, embrace them, and show love towards them, because we all capable of making mistakes. We have been in a situation where it was hard to come out of. So now that we had an opportunity is to look back. Just continue to look back, look forward, and help somebody along the way. So that's my answer for that question, because everybody deserves a break in life.
Everybody deserves a break in life, because life ain't easy, y'all. Well, Mrs. Emma, congratulations again for receiving your flowers, thank you for your contributions to Overtown and the Haitian community. So again, y'all, it is Rooted in Soul, Bound by Love, an ode to Mrs. Emma. So the exhibit, it's happening May 10th at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex. Big shout out to Muse, Bart, who's one of the curators, and also Dine for Design. So make sure y'all pull up and support, and we are celebrating Haitian culture. Tickets are on sale at dinefordesign.org. Ready? So I gotta ask you this one thing.
Okay.
Talk passe.
Never late.
All right, here you go.